very special Christmas edition. Right before you is our latest creation. You're about to see it right here on the Rockhound Channel. Everybody to another special Christmas edition of the Rockhound Channel. My name's William, and before you guys today is another one of our crazy creations, and you're about to see it here. We have a brand new milling table. That's right, guys, a wonderful milling table. So we finally get down to the final bits of gold. All that nice microscopic stuff that I've been missing the last few years, I can finally get her done. So let's see how much we can get. So right there before you guys is the latest crazy creation that I came up with Brendo. This here is a Micromat Miner's Buddy, and she is exactly 4 inches wide by 4 feet long, and she's going to be fed for today temporarily off of 2 18-volt batteries with an electric switch. And she's a very powerful machine today. We got her on a 2,000-gallon Seaflow water pump. And we're going to go ahead and fire it up. I'll show you how well she works. We've been play testing the living you-know-what out of it. So let's go see what we can do over here. All right, let's fire it up. Still got some leaks on her, but she seems to manage just fine. So as you guys can tell, she runs pretty well. It's all set up with 1/2-inch PVC piping, set up with some tubing tee in there, and it's got a little bit of mat just to baffle out some of that water. And she's got a beautiful V all the way down across there. So let's go ahead and give her a spoonful here. We've been running this for a little while. This has been kind of a fever pitch dream of mine. I finally have one of these. And I wanted to make one all on my own instead of trying to buy one. So let's give it a shot here. Goes right on down the pipe. And she clears out pretty quickly, guys. So I'm going to get you set up on a tripod so you guys can see this. And I will continue to feed her. Let's see how much gold we can find today. I got you guys finally running. Alright. This will have to do for the camera angle until I got myself an overhead set up on there. Excuse me. Ooh. How's everybody over there? I hope you all enjoying your Christmas. This was kind of my own gift to myself over here. I had this all set up, all the parts in the making, and I've been praying and praying to get this all done. Been running behind with all the materials. We just finished up, as you guys probably saw in that last video over here. We just finally finished up those last 2 buckets, and very happy that we did. There was a lot of gold sitting up in there, almost 800 plus colors. So this here will finally take everything down to the fine black sands, and finally be able to get all of our gold, separate it with hopes, all up out of this. So we're play testing this with a little bit of our cons. I always resave all of our trace 2 and 3 cons. That's a big thing that I do here. And I know there's gold sitting up in here. So we're going to go ahead and carefully go through this. And we'll get my snuffer bottle here. Yeah, Zorro got the good snuffer bottle. Oh. There we go, got our snuffer bottle ready to go. And do some last minute lighting on here. We're going to probably put some legs on this so we can start taking it. Yes, I'm going to try this out in the field. just to see how well she works out there. And but yeah, so I'm going to be going to places in this next year that's going to allow me to go out with some of our equipment. So don't miss any of these episodes. Subscribe, guys. Hit that notification bell. Trust me, guys, you don't want to miss 2026. This is going to be insane. We're lining up the spots, and we're going to be able to take out pretty good portion of our equipment out here. So I'm pretty excited about that. I know Brando is too. She just clears it out pretty quickly, especially with the 4 feet of length on here. It clears it out, gets all that nasty stuff that we don't want in there anymore. And with this micro mat, it's the same stuff we use in our Gold Cube, guys. So definitely gonna be well worth running this out there after we get everything all panned out. So then when we come out of there with less heavy buckets and a little bit more gold. And I got one right there. So this is already proven to be a good one already. There we go, we got some gold in there. There's always going to be that small percentage of gold that I'm just not going to be able to get out of the material. And that's what I built this for. I wanted to be sure I get it all up out of here. This allows us to become far more efficient out there in the field instead of bringing so much back here at the shop. Even though, yes, we will be still doing that. We'll still be doing our scoop and goes. We'll still be using our 2-stage over there once she is revamped and brought back to life with some new bottoms on it. I got those set aside in another spot in my shop. We'll be tearing that apart. You guys will be a part of that as well. So, oh yeah, this is cleaning out quickly. Ooh, wow, there's another 2. All right. I built this so that it has an 8-degree pitch underneath, and for luck I had a few bricks over here that actually just came out perfect for it. And I tell you, it's already paid for itself in materials as it is. Another couple sitting right there. That's good. All this is basic guttering and flash work pieces that you find around that you use for your home, cleaning up gutters and such. And then all I did was glue everything up really good and leak tested everything. So basically all this stuff here you can find at a Restore, guys. And that's basically where all this kind of came from right now, is that all this stuff here I had sitting from other projects that I was working, and just brought it home. These are just scraps. Oh yeah. I'm still working on lighting. This is some temporary stuff that I stuck up underneath here. It's already proven to be beneficial. I'm already starting to see, oh wow, there's another, holy cats. That's a big one. That's a big one. How did that get away from our pan, huh? That one right in there. Oh, a big size one. We got another one right here. Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. So that's at the perfect pitch where the gold's absolutely going to get stuck right here at the first, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 foot worth of the mat. So definitely beneficial. Now I'm normally getting roughly about 21 minutes off my two 18-volt batteries. So this would be something that you would use after you get all your panning done, all your refining, get it down just to our black sands, very minimal blondes, and then just run this. Hope all you guys have got some new equipment underneath that Christmas tree. I know I got a few underneath mine, so I'll be showing that in a future video, guys. I'll be doing some new equipment that I'll be featuring. So, ooh, got another. Bottle's getting heavy. Right there, it's like 2 or 3. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to go ahead, blaze through this pan right now, and that's roughly about 8 or so pounds worth of material. And then I'm going to come back to you guys after we're all said and done with the final color count. So don't go away. So guys, after much panning on what we collected out of our bucket, by the way, that reduced down that entire big old finishing pan down to roughly, I'd have to say about a 1/4 cup, maybe less than that, maybe a couple tablespoons. But look at that, right there about the top of your screen, guys. There's like 2, 3, 4 big guys, and all up in here in the big backside here. There's a ton more. Now the benefit to having this meal table, if you're new to doing all this stuff, is I don't have to sit here and futz with that anymore, guys. I can turn around and take this bowl once again. That's the remnants. Clean out and rerun this again and reduce again, because there's a ton more sitting up in this pan that I just could not get out. So it's definitely a benefit to having this meal table. And now for the close. So we ended up with 288 colors that I could see up there in both of those pans. That's not all. There's a bunch more still locked up here in this blue bucket that you see there below me. That's all of our cons from our gold cube, our trays 2 and 3 that I've already ran once across that gold cube. So we're going to turn around and take the rest of this. We're going to put it across the mill and see how many more colors that we get out. So if you enjoyed today's episode, leave us a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We are so close to 500 subscribers. In fact, we are sitting at 279 subscribers. So please be sure to subscribe today. And as always, my name is William. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time.